All right, welcome back, my dear student. In this lecture here, we're going to keep building on what we were doing on the last lecture. All right, we were building these functions here, and I just want to go to config.php and delete the session and show you that this is working. All right, so let's go ahead to config and uncomment session destroy, save it, come back to home. Here we'll do a couple of this. Come back to session to config, comment this out and save it. All right, we'll come back here and refresh again. We'll add this one, and you can see we added one here, and then we'll come and add the next one. And as you can see, we added the next one here. Beautiful, right? So now one thing is that I want to actually find out about the quantity of this to see what kind of quantity we got going on there, right? Because right now we got a static quantity. Let's go ahead and create a dynamic quantity. Every time we click on it, we'll change that. All right, so let's go ahead and find out how we can do that. Let's go to cart. Let's go, I got a contact page here open and the config and all that. We don't want that. All right, so what variable, I'm going to ask you right now, even though I can't hear you, but what variable carries the quantity of the item? All right, remember that we got product here, and product 1 would be the ID, 1 would be the ID, and then we are incrementing it. All right, and right now we're going through session, we are taking out the key and the value of it, right? There we go. If you guess value, you're correct. So here where it says 23, that's where we're going to be inserting that variable. I'm going to put some curly brackets and we'll put the value. Let's find out how this is working. Enter. Oops, sorry, I think I got it in the wrong place. I'm going to control or command Z. There we go, a couple times, command Z or control Z to undo. And here where it says the 3, that's where we want it. But let's put the curly brackets just to make sure we separate our variable from the string here. Even though we don't need the curly brackets, I like to do it anyway. Usually the curly brackets is to create complex code like arrays and stuff like that inside strings. Enter, and now we see that we have a quantity of 1 for product 1 and a quantity of 2 for quantity of 1 for product 2. Let's increase this and see what happens. There we go. Look at that. Increase to 2. The second one increased. This one increased to 3, and this one is giving me a message saying we only have 2 product 2 available. All right. You could actually fix the spelling on that. You could say we only have 2 of product 2 available of, or maybe we have only 2 shirts available. All right, now we're using really bad product names, and we'll probably fix that later on, but right now just know that this is working. If I go here, it just gives me product 3. We only have 1 available of product 1, 3 available. All right, so this is working. Now we minimize this and we can see the quantity changing there. Beautiful, right? Remember, this information is hold up right now, and we can assign it and use it. And now we got to figure out the subtotal. All right, we got to figure out the subtotal of this. So in the next lecture, we're gonna try to see how we can come up with a subtotal of how much this is worth. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do it right now. What about that? All right, let's just do it right now. I think we got some time, right? All right, so while here, all right, we could create a variable called sub for the subtitle. Of course, that's what that represents. And we could say the row, what we got to do is multiply the product price times the value, and that will give us the subtitle, the subtotal. All right, so product, and actually product price is the here, and we got to actually put the product price right here too, which I almost forgot. Let's just do that right here. Product price, let's put some curly brackets here. In this case, we need the curly brackets. As you can see, we have a array there, so that's why. Then we're going to use the asterisk here to indicate that we are multiplying, and we're going to be multiplying the value there. All right, now with this sub here, we have the subtotal of how much this is actually worth. Curly brackets, And that's it. Now let's go back here and see how we made that change. Enter. Beautiful. Look at that. All right. So right now this is actually worth, the subtotal is $24.99 because we only have one item. But what happens when I click the plus? It goes to two items, $49.98, and then 3 is multiplying that amount. So that's how we get the subtotal. Of course, you can put the dollar, all right, dollar symbols here, which would be the, let me see if I remember, the ampersand, what is it, pound 36 semicolon. All right, let's check it out real quick. Enter. All right, there we go. All right, and you can do that for the subtotal also. Right here. All right. Enter. Beautiful. Look at that. All right. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope you're really having a lot of fun with this. And if you have any issues, I'm here for you when I'm not sleeping, of course. Take care, my dear students, and I'll see you in the next lecture.